Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's almost here. Survivor Series War Games in Boston. All right. So, this is my picks and predictions for the show, and as of now, this is what the card is, as of this recording. Okay? So, last time I did this, they added a match on SmackDown, which is tonight, or they added something where I was like, it was like a crown jewel or something, and, so as of now, this is the card and my predictions. Also, Kathy's predictions. She went through and she circled who she thinks was going to go through her list first. For the men's War Games match, the Bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes and Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre, she picked the Bloodline because she goes, her first question was like, who's stronger? I was like, well, they're both strong teams. She goes, Roman Reigns is the tribal chief. I said, yes. She goes, the Bloodline. I was like, oh, she picks the Bloodline to win the men's War Games. I said, okay. I said, what about the women's War Games? Damage Control and Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Mia Yim, and a fifth mystery partner who they will reveal on SmackDown tonight. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of predict who's that fifth member. So I asked her, and she goes, I'm going to Alexa Bliss. I was like, so you're going Team Bianca? She goes, no, I'm just going with Alexa Bliss. I was like, so Alexa Bliss is just going to win everything. Yes. All right. So how about the SmackDown Women's Championship? Ronda Rousey versus Shotzi. Kathy says, hands down, Ronda Rousey, because she's a bad mamma jamma. I was like, all right. Then we have AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. And I go, who are you going to pick? She goes, Finn Balor, because he's Irish. And I'm half Irish. I said, all right. She's picking Finn Balor. And for the last match, United States Championship match, Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory. And I asked who she says she's going to win. She goes, Seth Rollins, because he can't let Becky Lynch down, his wife. So those are her picks. And pretty close to what I got here. And, so those are Kathy's picks. All right, let's go to the men's War Games. The Bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes, Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. I am going with the Brawling Brutes, Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. Main reason is because I feel the pin is going to be Kevin Owens pinning Roman Reigns. And that's going to be setting up their future storyline of when KO and Roman are going to go against each other for the titles. That's my prediction. I feel like it's going to be a crazy match. The Bloodline is going to come in full effect. I think it's going to come down to KO and Roman, and KO is going to get the pin over Roman to win the men's War Games match. I just got that feeling inside my bones that's what's going to happen. And with the women's War Games match, with Damage Control, Nikki Cross and Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Mia Yim, and that fifth mystery partner. I'm trying to think. I have 4 names here. Becky Lynch, which I was thinking about. I was like, I didn't even factor Becky Lynch into this, but I was like, wasn't her injury longer, like into next year, early next year, when she can come back? So Becky Lynch, Charlotte I'm very heavy on Charlotte. But I don't know if Charlotte wants to come back as a face. I don't know about that. Sasha Banks is much more engaging in the sense of we've been waiting to see what's been happening with Sasha Banks. And I think if you want to pull the trigger, Sasha Banks would be the big choice. And then I put Candice LeRae just because that's just been rumors. And she doesn't really have that. She has a little bit of ties to Damage Control and all them, like, story-wise and losing to them. And I was like, I hope it's not Candice LeRae. Becky Lynch would be fucking awesome. Charlotte Flair would be very cool because I'm a big Charlotte fan. But Sasha, I feel, is the one. I feel she's the fifth member. And then we're going to get a huge tease with Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair in that match for those two to go head-to-head. And I feel like Rhea Ripley's our next Raw Women's Champion. It's got that feeling. The Judgment Day is about to go big. You know. So that's my prediction there. Who's going to win? I feel Team Bianca's going to win, but we're definitely going to get that tease with Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair for a future storyline going into Royal Rumble. I think Royal Rumble would be the big one, the next one they would go into. SmackDown Women's Championship match, Ronda Rousey versus Shotzi, which Ronda has Shayna. I'm going with Ronda Rousey just because I don't see them taking that title off her anytime soon. The way they pulled the trigger with Liv Morgan, and it felt too soon, and she, the way she lost the title, like, I don't know. I feel like, this is my prediction. I feel like Liv Morgan's going to put her hands inside this match and go crazy on Ronda and let loose. And we're going to get a rematch between Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. I'm thinking what's the next pay-per-view? Is it TLC? Is what we do in December? Yeah, but I'm feeling that's what's going to... Liv Morgan's going to be is going to be part of this match in some shape or form. And just to tease the big rematch between the two. And I think Liv Morgan is slowly grinding in that, I'm Extreme Morgan. That's my feeling. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. I'm going with Finn Balor just because I think we just need to keep the Judgment Day very strong, make them the next competitors for the tag team titles, or some form of other gold. I think we need to put some gold into the Judgment Day's corner, because they are being built like that. And if you missed it, Rhea Ripley and Dominic disturbed Rey Mysterio's Thanksgiving, and Rey was cussing up a storm, and they beat the shit out of Rey. Got him with a broomstick. Dominic broke a picture. It was awesome, man. I was just like, okay. Rhea's like, hey, I'm coming in. Mommy's here, this and that. And Rey puts his mask on real quick. He's like, what are you doing here? You're not allowed here, blah, blah. Bam, bam. They beat the crap out of him. That was some good stuff, man. You should go check it out. But also, too, shout out to AJ Styles for being the first ever Turkey Bowl winner in 2007 in TNA. I was sitting here at my grandma's house watching wrestling on AXTV. Is it Access TV or AXTV? Whatever. They're having a marathon of Impact Wrestling and New Japan Wrestling. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I just put this on. Totally forgot about the Turkey Bowl in 2007. I posted it up here on a short. I just said, Happy Thanksgiving, and AJ Styles. This is such a weird gimmick of a thing. Like, I think the winner won like $25,000 or $50,000. I don't think it was $50,000. It was like 25. It was a good chunk of money. But that's what the winner won, and Samoa Joe won that match. And then the loser had to put on a turkey suit. They did this a couple more times and kind of went away, and did it another time. But the concept of this, and then I was like, man, who the hell thought of, like, the Turkey Bowl? Yeah, the loser wears a turkey suit. And AJ Styles was like, I'm not putting that on. And guess who comes down? Jim Cornette. Man, all these memories of this kept flooding back. And I was like, that is such an awesome, weird pro wrestling thing that can only happen in pro wrestling. And AJ Styles had to put on the turkey suit. Then here comes Kurt Angle. He's the current TNA champion at that point. And he's dressed as a pilgrim. And he goes, he's like, you're embarrassing me. Then it goes back and forth between him and AJ. And AJ's like, you're dressed like a pilgrim. And he's like, well, there's a big difference between a pilgrim and a turkey. And I'm like, what does that even mean? And Samoa Joe comes out with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and then it ends up in a brawl. I don't know, man. That was great. But shout out to AJ Styles for being the first ever Turkey Bowl winner. And Turkey Bowl loser. Sorry, Turkey Bowl loser wearing the turkey suit in 2007, man. that was just fun to watch. Great match, though. If you can watch that match, Chris Sabin versus Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. And, man, I missed that six-sided ring. So go check it out, man. Go check it out. Right now, the United States Championship match. Seth freaking Rollins versus Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory. I think, and I know Seth Rollins will win because he is the biggest star. Not biggest star, but yeah, he's a huge star on Monday Night Raw. And they don't really have that in the sense of a champion to hold that gold because they're trying to make that United States Championship big, mean something. Like, it's the equivalent to the WWE World title or Universal title, because Roman is on SmackDown and stuff like that. And I think I heard Bubba Ray said it the best. He's like, yo, Roman needs to be on both shows, but I think there's a contract, something with Roman has to be mainly on Fox. He'll show up on Raw every once in a while, but he's mainly on Fox and stuff like that. So, but I got a feeling Seth is going to keep the title, just because we're trying to keep that momentum with that championship. But in any case, I would want Austin Theory to win because I'm loving this new, mean, aggressive Austin Theory. That's just, he embodies what I'm looking for right now. We got rid of the selfies. We got rid of this. He's serious. He has this mean streak in him. And if he doesn't win, I hope we continue on with that mean streak. And he keeps proving himself over and over again. And hey, Royal Rumble's right around the corner. I'm not going to say he's going to win the Royal Rumble, but I feel like there's some good things to come for Austin Theory. Now we're seeing Triple H's version of Austin Theory, not Vince McMahon's, because that was shed. That was thrown over to the trash can and said, okay, no, we're restarting with this kid. Everything, got rid of the Money in the Bank. Now we're going to go from here. So that's what I think. I think Seth Rollins is going to win, but I would like Austin Theory to win. Just my opinion. What is your opinion on this year's Survivor Series War Games in Boston? Who do you pick for the men's War Games match? Who do you pick for the women's War Games match? Who do you pick for the SmackDown Women's Championship match? Also, AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. United States Championship match with Rollins and Lashley and Theory. What are your choices? Put them in the comments below. Let's talk War Games, ladies and gentlemen. Survivor Series is here. It's another cherry on top to my birthday week. My birth week, ladies and gentlemen. I had a great birthday yesterday. Now we're going into Survivor Series, SmackDown. Let's get it on. Then after that, like and subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember, the New World Podcast is for life.
And here are two men with history, especially when it comes to Survivor Series. Think Money in the Bank, but nonetheless, Sheamus and Reigns face to face in the middle of the ring.